Matt in the background, Joe, Rao. Just finished the press conference here. What are your emotions about 24 or less than 24 hours before you're wrestling?
Man, I'm just excited, ready to go, trying to keep that energy bottled up, or else I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight, I just want to wrestle, that's the feeling right now.
How do you have such a light, loose mentality? You see it some in wrestling, but it's a lot more serious temperament typically.
Yeah, and I think like Victoria talked about it too. I think there's a switch where we go on and off, but I've always been known to joke around probably more than most wrestlers and keep it light, and it took a while for me to kind of find that in the right way, because a lot of coaches misinterpret that I'm not serious about the sport or something like that because I'm always goofing around. But when I found the right coach, he's like, well, he's just likes to keep it light. And me mentally, there's been a lot of experimenting with that. I've been wrestling for 22 years. I know that when I'm really serious and when I'm not having fun, I don't think I do as well, and I don't think that my teammates do as well. So I like to joke around and keep it light, man.
Any temptation to do both styles this year?
Yeah, a lot.
What went into that decision?
Well, winning the Open in Greco was kind of like, man, I want to do the Last Chance freestyle, but I think it was the next week, right?
Yes.
So it was like next week I would have to turn around and wrestle, and if I do make the Trials Challenge tournament, I got to wrestle again before this Final X, and I just don't want to. I was already in the Final X for Greco. I didn't want to, hurt myself or not wrestle as well at the Final X because of what I was doing in freestyle. And I wish that they were staggered in a way that I can wrestle both. And this year I could have done it, but I just think that I want to focus all my efforts on Greco because I was already sitting pretty to make the team.
So you said you and Ben probably wrestled 20 times. Does it get boring? I mean, you know each other to a T. You're going to do this, he's going to do this, and every match is a little different, of course. But are you ever just like, man, I wish I had someone else? Yeah,
like this guy again. I think we both have felt that way, here and there. But really, it's just it can be exciting because we've changed as people, we've changed as wrestlers all over these years. We've probably been wrestling each other for close to a decade, and a lot's happened in our lives, a lot's happened in our wrestling. We've even changed styles, and for the most part it's the same stuff, but every match is different. Everybody's different every time you step out there, and I don't really get bored with it because I'm too focused on trying to wrestle my best and win the match. So yeah.
When he's in your bracket, do you have a preference if he's on your side or if he's on the other side?
I don't look at the brackets. I haven't since I won Fargo in 2009, and that was the first time I didn't look at a bracket, and then I never went back. So wow. I look at brackets after the tournament, maybe sometimes, never. Yeah, and it was like, all right, there's something to this, because as a high school wrestler, I mean, you guys didn't really hear about me a lot, and I didn't reach my potential. I think I was a little too obsessed with what was I ranked, what is this guy ranked, where am I in the bracket, and I don't think it helped me. So then I went to Fargo and just showed up and just went on the mat, and I won Fargo, and I'm like, hey, there's something to this, and I've stuck to that. So yeah, I don't even never know where he's at.
So Chicago, you have the Chicago flag on you. You get to wrestle for the Chicago RTC. How cool is that?
It's really cool, man.
And how long have you had that tattoo before you started wrestling for them?
I've had this tattoo since I was 18. So when I won Fargo, I wanted a tattoo. I kind of wanted a tattoo, but I was like, I can't have a tattoo unless I've done something big. I can't be one of those wrestlers all tatted up who sucks. So I got to at least have something to my credit. So I won nationals, and me and my brother were like, all right, we're getting a tattoo. What are we getting? And I almost did the USA Wrestling tattoo, classic, but I was like, I'm going to do a little Chicago Irish. So yeah, it's been on there since.
So you're a big food guy. What's the night before Final X meal look like?
Gonna get some pasta. I just got down to weight. We were rushing to the press conference because I was cutting weight, but I got down to weight. So I like to get a little pasta with some protein, some chicken, some pasta, and order some room service, And,
oh, nice.
Yeah,
I
classy.
guess the better question is the post-Final X victory meal. What does that look like?
Okay, Pat Downey told me I got to get this belly buster thing at Easton's Bagels, so I might check that out. Me and Robbie today, we went to this place called, It was the Junction Deli, man, and he got a Philly cheesesteak there. It looked amazing. I didn't get to have it, but I think I might go back, get a cheesesteak and some ice cream, man. Yeah.
Joe, that's all I got for you. Thanks for your time,
thanks,
man. Best of luck tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks.